Hi, we're Raisho TV, and I'm here with Jatin from Granteq. So, Jatin, today we're going to be speaking a little bit about Gen Zs and, the missing link in AV, which is Gen Zs, in my opinion, right? So, Gen Zs were driven by authenticity, social, corporate responsibility, technology. How can AV companies kind of align their values to resonate with this Gen Z messaging?
Okay, first of all, Nella, thanks for having me here. Okay, that's a good question, and I believe one third of it is answered already because you mentioned technology in your question, and AV is full of technology and exciting kinds of technology. And I'm not going to lie, some technologies are very boring, right? How they can be authentic is for Gen Z especially. I use Instagram a lot. I know that we are attracted to a lot of short form of content, and there are something called a day in the life videos, which was very popular on YouTube once upon a time, and now they have transitioned into formats of YouTube Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok videos. So I believe that companies can ask different members from their team, like let's say from the design team, they can ask, what do you do? Let's say that he goes to the office, works on a design, gets on a calls with a lot of manufacturers, vets his design with his manager, maybe goes and assists a sales guy with a site visit. He can make all this in a video. Let's say about a project manager. Let's say I'm a project manager. So I start my day by opening my computer, doing the boring stuff first, which is emails and calls. And then afterwards is the interesting bit where I actually go and meet my clients. I see my team, I see what they're doing. I maybe attend some training sessions with the clients. I see how the reaction is, get feedback. And then also we have, the sales guys going in, like, how they do a product demo. So I think short form content like this can help a lot. And I think the Gen Z Gen Z kids, or they can learn a lot from this.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is just demystifying what we do as AV providers, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't really know that AV is like a viable career choice that they can potentially tap into. So, and this brings me to my next point, which is AV is often seen as a very technical, too niche, maybe even boring to people who are not actually in the industry, right? But it's actually an industry that's very, very creative. So, how can we kind of market AV to really translate that well?
So when I went for the interview at my company, my guy asked me, "Do you know anything about AV?" I'm like, "I do not know much about it, but I do know a lot of the project management stuff." He's like, "Listen, Jatin, it's not rocket science. It's just some wires. It's in and out connections." And the process was by getting me eased into it. So what my team did is they sort of gave me small projects first, and then afterwards they told me how the technology works. And from there we delved into bigger and bigger projects. And what happens is when you go on site, sometimes the design might not be 100% accurate. So if you are in the implementation field, uh, some things might not go your way, and you need to be creative. So I feel that when you're put into these high pressure sort of situations, I think that's when your learning comes out. They say that diamonds are formed under pressure; they just don't form like that.
Yeah.
So I believe that experiential learning is the way to go.
Yeah, and I think experiential learning also works best for Gen Z. That's kind of how we are used to learning, right? We want things to be fun, hands-on, not so much like by the book,
So now there's a very famous band around the world called Coldplay that's going all around the world. They've started with the Middle East, now they're in India. Now they're going to Southeast Asia, so they're going to Bangkok soon. The most common compliments that I've gotten regarding the whole concerts from everyone who's attended it, they've said that the whole experience of the light show, the music, the balloons coming in, the laser show, all these are actually aspects of the AV technology.
Exactly,
so there's
right?
sound involved, there's lighting involved, there's video involved. People are sitting at the back, they want to see Chris Martin. There's an LED wall, they can see Chris Martin up close. Then afterwards they have fireworks going on, they have pyros, they have lighting. All of it is synced. So, and I have seen a lot of people ask me questions because my friend circle is big. So I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of people who ask me, how does this work? How does that work? And they genuinely seem very interested. So that's how, again, coming back to your first question, how you do this, when I gave the answer that, day in the life videos, this will help a lot, and it can happen in different sort of environments.
Yeah. And my last question is, how is Granteq kind of doing this in your marketing, for example, to Gen Zs? How are you guys, what are some of the strategies that you guys are employing to stay attractive to, younger talent or just talent in general?
Yeah. So me and I have one more colleague, his name's Rishabh. So what we do is whenever we go for events, we kind of upload pictures of those events. And if we have any new technologies, we create a lot of short form videos and we share it across platforms. We share it on LinkedIn, we share it on Instagram. And even when we are invited to partner events, we do also post the stuff that we did. So recently we went for a Formula One event in Abu Dhabi. The other day we had gone on a award function for a boat cruise. So, you should also be open about your interests to your company, because then they can also cater and they can send you for events which you are interested in. Because what happens a lot of time is a lot of old people think Formula One is just cars going round and round in one circle and that's it. But we know what it is like. We know the excitement. We know what goes on the track. So I believe that it's very important for Gen Z also to be open to their companies and actually tell their values to them.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. Thank you so much for your insights, Jatin.
No worries, Naila. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you.